guys, what is up? Welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. And today we're going to be talking about my wisdom tooth extraction experience. And so I posted a Q&A on Snapchat and on Instagram. I actually received like a lot of questions regarding both wisdom teeth and braces, so I decided to just split up the two and just do one full video of each. All right, let's get started. I'm just gonna talk about my experience, my recovery process, and my essentials for the recovery process, because that was basically what was asked in most of my YOLOs. I got my wisdom teeth removed in February 21st or something like that in Denver. And so I originally wasn't supposed to have my wisdom teeth removed, but until after I got my braces, I unfortunately had to, and it kind of just snuck up on me. My experience was a bit odd. I literally had to have my wisdom teeth removed. Like, my deadline was March. The important thing about my experience is that it may be a little bit different than what you might find on the internet because of one reason and one reason only. I had 2 wisdom teeth removed and my wisdom teeth were not impacted. And so there's a difference between impacted and not impacted wisdom teeth. So this image that you see up in this screen, this is what an impacted wisdom teeth looks like. This is something that I did not have. And so for a lot of people, the recovery process of getting a impacted wisdom teeth removed is a bit much harder than somebody that had their non-impacted wisdom teeth removed. What type of sedation did I use? Okay, so I had a lot of these questions, and so I personally use the local anesthesia. And so what is local anesthesia? Basically, local anesthesia is known as the twilight zone, where you are awake and you are able to respond to, you know, whoever's performing your surgery without being really awake. It's weird, I know. If they tell you open your mouth wider, you're able to open your mouth wider. If they say shut your mouth, you're able to shut your mouth. If they say move your jaw, you know, you're able to move your jaw. The only thing is that when you wake up, you will not remember a single thing that happened in your surgery. Literally will not remember a single thing. If you do the laughing gas, of course, it's funny. It's all fun and games for, you know, for those who are taking care of you. It's entertaining. However, I researched it. Again, I did a lot of research before my wisdom teeth extraction. The impacts between local anesthesia and laughing gas. The laughing gas has a much more, you know, longer effect than the local anesthesia. The local anesthesia, you know, kind of wears off in a couple of hours. With the laughing gas, you are literally asleep. You're like gone, right? 100% asleep. Again, twilight zone. Local anesthesia is just an IV up in your vein. You are awake, but you will not remember a single thing after surgery, okay? How did it feel after surgery? Out of nowhere, I just woke up again and they were like, are you ready to go? And I'm like, in my head, I was like, what do you mean am I ready to go? I've only been here for like 5 minutes. Did you guys even take my wisdom teeth out? Like, what are you talking about if I'm ready to go home? I don't remember a single thing from the moment I woke up until the moment that I was in the bathroom trying to take care of my blood at Costco, which was like a 45 minute difference. To this day, I cannot remember a single thing that happened within there, but my best friend, shout out to you, Leslie, who took care of me and who took me to get my wisdom teeth extracted. She said that I woke up and I literally asked my surgeon, hey, can I go to a hockey game tonight? And I was asking questions to the front desk staff that I had already asked to the surgeon. But check out this video. It's drinking blood. Is that fine? I knew I should have drink all the vodka. It's great. We're at church, huh? We're at church. Why are you're the nurse. Why are you there? I literally felt drunk, guys. Like, I literally felt like I was drunk. But except nothing was spinning. Like, it was such a weird feeling because, again, I felt drunk, but I looked around and you know when you're drunk, things are kind of like spinning. That wasn't the case. Like, everything was still, it was so weird. The aftermath after getting my surgery, though, really there was no aftermath. The only thing that I struggled a lot with was the bleeding. Why? Because I talk a lot and I was not listening to the doctor and I was not listening to my best friend into really biting and shutting up into my gauze to stop the bleeding. Because when they take off your wisdom teeth, they put cotton or gauze in the back of where the incision is in order to stop the bleeding. While I kept talking, I was biting hard, but I still was talking. So when we got to Costco, I had to remove my gauze because it says after 30 minutes, once you leave the office after 30 minutes, make sure to replace your gauze, and if you're not bleeding, you don't need to replace it. They suggested that I should not be biting on it for no more than an hour. So of course, I got to Costco. It was time to already change my gauze, and so what I did is basically I just like leaned over in the car and I just opened my mouth, letting the blood run down, because you cannot spit. Like, that is one of the things that they tell you right up the front. You cannot spit for 2 weeks. So it was very hard to get the blood out. You know, inside Costco, I tried to rinse my mouth in the bathroom. I kind of felt uncomfortable because people were there, my blood was running, and then once I thought I had it under control, was ready to get some food in my system, turns out I didn't have it under control because I still felt a puddle in my mouth. So I had to run to the bathroom, was completely numb that I did not feel a single thing. And while I was in the bathroom for a third time trying to take in under control my bleeding, I looked down, there was like a huge puddle of blood there. And so I just literally like stood there for 5 minutes, like with my arms crossed in the back and just looking down into, not close into the toilet seat, but far where the blood would just drip and drip. And so I just stayed there for 5 minutes, and that seemed to work a lot. But again, make sure that you don't do the mistake that I did, and just make sure to shut up and really like bite down on your gauze. So the other thing that I want to address is the pain medication, which obviously will be one of your essentials. I have them right here, and honestly, I didn't even finish them. They prescribed me Percocet and they prescribed me ibuprofen. The thing is, I did not take a single Percocet at all. I still have a full bottle of Percocet. The only thing that I did drink or did take was the 600 milligrams ibuprofen, and as you can hear, I still have a bunch of them. The reason that I feel like I didn't feel pain was because we got ahead of it. Meaning, as soon as I started feeling my lips again, and as soon as I started feeling a bit of pinching in the back, I immediately took my ibuprofen. In the moment that I started taking it, I literally kept on my schedule, and I kept taking it every 6 hours. So again, general rules to follow after oral surgery: no smoking. I don't smoke, so it wasn't a problem. No straws, no spitting, no strenuous activity or heavy lifting for 7 days. And so in here, I think I took the medication for, let's see, let me read it. I got my wisdom teeth removed Friday. I stopped taking the medication Sunday every 6 hours. And so after Sunday, I realized that I didn't need the medication anymore, so I stopped taking it. The reason I just kept taking it was for safety, because I did feel a little bit of pinching, but I didn't feel it that bad. So again, you just want to stay ahead of the pain. I recommend, again, talk to your doctor and see if this is something that he or she recommend. What were my essentials was the other question that they asked me a lot. Medication was one of my essentials. The other thing that was my essential, and I'm very fortunate and blessed to have the best friend that I do. She gave me this. It's the Jaw Pain Reliever Chin and Jaw Wrap. Let me show you up front. So it basically just has like little pockets, and it comes with 4 different packs, and that you can use as cold ice packs or heat packs. Put it in there, and then you just wrap it around your head. Again, you kind of look a bit silly, but it's definitely worth it. I'm telling you guys, this saved my life because I didn't have to be there holding it, and I'm a wimp for the cold, and so this really forced me to just keep the ice packs on my face. So what I recommend, and what they recommended, was for the first 24 to 36 hours, which is the most important for aftercare, you ice on and off for 20 minutes, meaning ice it 20 minutes, off 20 minutes, ice 20 minutes, just to reduce the swelling and help with the pain, more so for the swelling. A timer is also very useful. It was one of my essentials. The first 24 to 36 hours is one of the more important things for aftercare, just because it will determine the amount of swelling and the amount of pain. So I really suggest you do 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off with your ice packs. Again, this was my experience. This is what helped me. I know a lot of people have different experience, so just, you know, do some research, look at a little different YouTube videos, ask your surgeon, really ask him any or her any questions that you may have. The other essential, and that is actually just provided by the office where you got your surgery at, is a syringe. And so the syringe you will need for aftercare, because you have open wounds. There's like literally a hole where your wisdom teeth got removed, and so you need to keep that area clean. And one of the things that helps it clean is the syringe with warm and a half tablespoon of salt. And so what it does is you just basically like point the syringe to the back, and again, you cannot like rinse your mouth. You can only have, you know, like the normal. You literally have to like slowly, just like for the first 2 days, you're gonna get irritated and you're just gonna be moving it slowly and slowly. Once you're ready to spit it out, don't spit it out, just open your mouth and let it run down, okay? So it's important that within the 24-hour time frame of getting your wisdom teeth removed, that you rinse your mouth 6 times a day with warm water and salt. Why? This is really going to help you heal. And then after the 24 hours, you know, you could do it every time you wake up, every time you eat, and before you go to bed. This is definitely going to help you into not getting a dry socket. You don't want to get a dry socket. I don't think I had a dry socket, but I had really bad mouth smell, which leads me to believe that I had a dry socket, but I didn't have the pain, so I'm not so sure. But anyways, you don't want to get a dry socket, okay? So make sure to rinse your mouth with warm salt water. Like, I cannot stress that enough. I played it on the safe side, and I literally, for the first 2 weeks after surgery, I rinsed my mouth every time that I woke up, every time that I ate something, and every time that before going to bed. The first 5 days, I rinsed 6 times a day with that, which I think saved me. As far as the diet goes, again, my experience was unusual. I was eating a damn tamal on the 3rd day or the 2nd day after my wisdom teeth removal, but again, I didn't have that much of pain. But I do suggest, you know, buy foods that you're going to want to eat. Try to avoid seeds for the first 2 weeks after surgery, just because they are hard to get out of it. Be on that kind of like liquid diet for the first day and a half, and then after that move into soft foods, and then after that slowly move into your regular routine. Alright, they literally give you instructions as to how to take care of your wisdom teeth after. Again, please read it. It's like people trying to put a desk or a furniture together and not reading the instructions. Like, literally everything you need to know is in your little post-operative instructions packet. If you have any questions, call your dentist. If you just skipped all the way to the end, I'll give you a quick recap. Read the instructions for aftercare. Try to not take the Percocet and stick to the ibuprofen. Shoot. Try getting a little wrap for your ice pack, and also make sure to rinse with warm salt water 6 times a day for the first 5 days, in my recommendation. And then after that, every time you wake up, every time after you eat, and before you go to bed. Okay? And make sure that you have foods that you're able to eat. The first day and a half, try to stick with a liquid diet, then move into soft foods, then move into your regular diet. From experience with the diet, you are going to take a while into actually being able to eat normally again. For me, it took a week and a half. If you have any other questions, please comment down below and I'll make a part 2. Alrighty, well, that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. I hope it was informative. And for those with dealing with anxiety like I did with getting your wisdom teeth removed, trust me, it's going to be okay. It's not as bad as people make it to be. Trust me, if you take care of yourself as they instruct you to, you will be fine. If you're questioning and getting your wisdom teeth removal, think about this. Do it now that you only have to remove your wisdom teeth, and don't wait for your wisdom teeth to cause more dental issues and you have to do more dental work in the near future. I honestly can't remember my outro. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and if you're new to my channel, or even if you're a human being, please make sure to subscribe. We will see you guys next time. Bye!